Come once again, O GAMERFOK. This time I've something new. Games such as this barely exist, if so, then far and few. Welcome to a world revisited. In Red Dead Redemption 2, Rockstar finally heard us out. 8 years long this was due. To be completely transparent, the game is pretty good. But it's got some flaws and drawbacks, which really made me brood. Rockstar games are great. Please don't get me wrong, but their game design is outdated. So let me explain. Come along. When the game begins, it's marvelous. Visually stunning and vibrant. The story is about outlaws being led by an unruly tyrant. It's so very cinematic, and it deserves all the praise. With polished animations and acting, I hope everyone got a raise. Sincerely, I'd say, there's no games that look better, except for Uncharted 4, and that's just another love letter. The effort that's gone in to make these characters come to life feels like watching a spaghetti western about outlaws living on the edge of a knife. There's a whole cast of characters, each with personalities so unique. You'll forget they never existed, that's their masterful technique. The story revolves around Arthur and the Van der Linde gang, with familiar faces like John Marston and Dutch, who always has a plan! With a narrative well structured and a story so well crafted, it loses its charm about halfway and the problems are deeply engrafted. It's pretty straightforward initially that the gang is on the run, between carrying out heists and bank jobs being the only parts that are fun. Trying to make it big in the wild, wild west makes it hard for the Van der Linde gang to live up to their best. At points the tension is high and the story takes risks, but when it hits chapter 5, it's almost rancid like spoilt bisque. The narrative takes a backseat, and so do character arcs. They essentially draw this out and forget what made great moments last. Sadie, Hosea and Abigail all get their dues eventually. But what about coherence and absolute consistency? Now I see how these can be nitpicks for a game that offers so much more. And now let me be honest, faith in me you shall restore. Arthur Morgan is fantastic, an outlaw and an enforcer. A character so well fleshed out as compared to all presented here. With loyalties bound to his only surviving party, you'll begin to feel a lot of emotions for our main man Artie. I won't spoil the game as it's quite a long tread, and with a 100-hour playtime, I think it's harder done than said. Gameplay is up next, and here's where the problems begin. Rockstar struck us with their clunk and the gunplay is in the bin. When a game like Red Dead 1 did better at gunplay and movement, you'll think about poor aiming and dragging corpses across the pavement. Each and every basic action has drawn out animations. Looting corpses takes 10 seconds and skinning animals? Oh, frustration! Horse riding is quite fun but can only be done so much, and hunting was a pain to me unless you enjoy it a bunch. There's fishing, hunting and drinking, which are above mediocre. Fun are the stranger side quests, bounty hunts and poker. The world feels lived in as compared to GTA 5. Let's face it folks, Rockstar's just stuck in a creative jive. Dynamic world events will keep you on your feet. And now a message to Rockstar. Can we have a bully sequel at least? But enough of this critique, let me rhyme with objectivity, or else I'll lose some viewers over some unbiased subjectivity. Yes, I adore the game, even now I can go back to it. The world is well defined and the missions well connected. The gameplay loop is fun in the initial stages of the game, but did you really want to see a man build a house frame by frame? Even through the clunk, the game shines throughout. In achieving the definition of realism, Rockstar nailed it without a doubt. It's got real-time hair growth, bounty systems and dynamic events. Even horse testicles contract due to some icy elements. The soundtrack is amazing with the likes of D'Angelo singing. By the end of the game, each character nerf will definitely leave you whinging. For a rather authentic experience, you should still play Red Dead 1. Because of its more collected nature and concentrated bouts of fun. So if what's the final word is the question that you pose, then I'd say a close game of the year for 2018, I suppose. Well, don't get me wrong, I sure as hell did love it, but the abundance of clunk put other games above it. Other than that, I'd just say this, it's a game worth playing and loving. worth sinking hours into, and there's probably no comparing. If this is where open world design is headed in the next few years, I'd say be prepared and overjoyed and strap in your bandoliers. Red Dead 2 was a mixed bag for me personally, but who's to say you won't love it ever so unconditionally? So go on, gamerfolk, take a ride in the land of New Hanover. You won't be disappointed and you'll probably be an adorer. With that part done, I tip my hat to you new outlaws, oh boy! Go on, enjoy a brand new tale. I hope this adventure brings you sorrows and joy.